Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Katlego. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to another video. It's been a minute, but we're back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can go about choosing a specialization within environmental sciences. I did record and post a video I think it's like months now, a couple of weeks ago, where I talked about the different types of specializations within environmental sciences, which was including stuff like ecology, conservation, and. So now I just want to talk about what steps you can take to decide which specific specialization is for you, because I did receive a question in my comments a couple of weeks ago. Somebody asked, how can I choose which specialization is for me? How do I know I like biodiversity? How do I know I prefer GIS versus conservation, stuff like that? So let's get into the video. First and foremost, choosing a specialization in environmental sciences can be quite challenging, especially because it is such a broad field, but there are several steps you can take to help you with determining which specialization might be for you. So number one, you need to research the different fields within environmental sciences. Like I mentioned, I have a video talking in detail about different specializations there are. So you can watch that video. I will link it up and I will link it in the description box, so you can go and watch it to see which specializations are available. But you do need to look into different areas of environmental sciences and research what each one entails. And you can find this type of information online on university websites. And I would highly suggest, if you have a specific institution in mind, if you're saying I would really like to do my MSc or my PhD at UCT, then I would suggest you go on the university website and you see what areas of research they focus on, what the professors there are doing, and what could potentially be a research study or a specialization for you. Number two, consider your interests and passions. Working in a job that you do not enjoy, that you're not passionate about, will suck the life out of you. So I suggest that you look at yourself. What do you enjoy doing? Think about the aspects of environmental sciences that you are drawn to. For example, are you passionate about working outside of the wilderness? Then that would include maybe specializing in stuff like ecology or wildlife management, something that would have you go outside quite a bit, do a lot of field work. If you are passionate about numbers, you're great with math, you're great with data analysis, maybe you would want to do something that involves like GIS, data analysis, stuff like that. If you're interested in animals, like I said, you could be working on nature reserve or in the South African national parks or whatever national parks you have depending on the country you're from. So you need to look at what you are passionate about and what about environmental sciences draws you. Number three, identify your skills. What are you good at? For example, I know that I love reading. I'm good at reading, which is why I was drawn to more research-based type of work, and specifically in biodiversity. I love reading papers. I love knowing what's going out there with the latest research. I like knowing and learning more. And for me, how I view biodiversity conservation, we share ideas, we learn from other people, and we conduct studies to see what decisions we need to make. So identify your skills, consider your strengths, such as data analysis, like I've mentioned, research, communication, or fieldwork. What are you good at and what do you think you would thrive in? This will help you determine which field of environmental sciences would be the best fit for you. Number four, explore the different career options that are out there with regards to environmental sciences. I've talked about being an environmental scientist. I've talked about working in academia. And with regards to working in industry, there's so much you can do. So try to look at what different people are doing. For example, there's environmental engineering, there's environmental law, there are environmental journalists. There is so much to do in environmental sciences. So my greatest advice is to explore the different types of careers that are there. So look into different career paths that are available in each field and look at which type of industries or sectors they work in. For example, do they work in non-profits? Do they work in NGOs? Do they work in industry, government, or academia? And which one would you most prefer? That can be a guide for you. Last but not least, seek advice. For example, you can explore my channel to kind of see what other topics I've covered within the field. Something might catch your eye, but talk to professors, talk to mentors if you have some, talk to professionals in the field that could give you an insight of their careers and what they know about other careers out there because they've been exposed. Basically, expose yourself to the field and people within the field. If there is somebody online who is doing something that you would love to be doing, I would say reach out. I'm a firm believer in reaching out to people. The internet has made it so much easier for us. Reach out to people, try to learn more about this field that you are looking to get into, and these type of people can provide insight into their experiences, maybe offer advice if you have certain types of questions on how to get there and stuff like that. So remember that especially within this field, your decision is not necessarily set in stone. Once you are in it and you start learning more about other aspects of it, you might try to pivot somewhere along the way. So your career is not set in stone. Just focus on getting your foot in and take it one step at a time. You will gain more knowledge, you will gain more experience, and you will figure things out as you go. So I hope this video has helped. Firstly, I have a video where I talked about my experience as an intern at Sanby, and I was working in biodiversity conservation. I talked a little bit about what that job entailed. So if you're interested to know what I've done, maybe it could be of interest to you, you can check that video in the description box. I've also mentioned that I have a video talking about the different types of environmental science specializations you could do, so you can also check that video in the description box. And if there is anything you would like to know, more than welcome to reach out to me in the comment section. I'll see you next time. Bye.